Lala.
Welcome aboard Rio Cruises. My name is Bob. I'm going to be your boat captain for today. We're going to be spending about 30 minutes together. It depends on the weather and the traffic report. By the time we're done with this boat tour, we're going to be coming back to this exact location. I got to go over some safety rules and regulations before we get started. Please, everybody remain seated at all times. We're going to be going underneath. Hey, what's going on? This is my amigo right over here. He give me money so I can go have a drink afterward. Please, everybody remain seated at all times. You're going to be going underneath a lot of low hanging bridges and not trying to touch them or with your hands. Some of them have sharp edges. I wouldn't want anybody cutting their beautiful little fingers. Keep everything inside the boat railing. That means arms, legs, heads, children, or those brand new iPhones 27. Whatever number iPhones do now these days, keep them inside the boat railing. If you guys drop those $2,000 cell phones inside the river, you guys are not gonna get them back. No smoking or vaping allowed on boat tour or river level. If they see you smoking or vaping, it's a $300 fine. They save the money for some margaritas instead. Life jackets, yes, I have some underneath these hatches over here. If you fall inside the water, do not panic. Just stand up and walk yourself out of the river. It's only 2 to 4 feet deep. Only one small area is a lot deeper than that. I'm going to point out that area as soon as we get here. You guys see the bridge behind me? That's the famous Selena Bridge. Oh, so beautiful. If you guys don't know who Selena was, she was a really famous Tejano singer from Corpus Christi back in the years 1900s. People often ask, what do they call this the Selena Bridge? Supposedly her boyfriend proposed to her on top of the bridge. Ever since that happened, they call it the Selena Bridge. Building I really want to talk to you guys about is the tall building behind this one. Do you guys see the corner of the tall building up there? Okay, now do you guys notice the tall building? I'm going to show you something really cool. I'm going to show you an optical illusion. That entire building up there is going to disappear. Now you guys are wondering how. Get ready. Here it goes. That entire building is about to disappear because we're about to be going underneath this bridge in front of them. Everybody looking down like this, like, wow, let me see. And look what did I say? It disappeared. Nobody knows where it went. Nobody knows. As soon as we come out this other side of this bridge, if you guys look to my left hand side, look as high as you can. It's gonna look like one freestanding wall. In 3 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Now that building right there, ladies and gentlemen, that's the next hospital. This hospital was built in the year 1930. In that year, this hospital was the first and only hospital in the entire nation to have air conditioning. No other hospitals with air conditioning before this. Just in case you guys didn't know, that air conditioning was invented here in Texas. You want to know why? Just come back in 2 weeks from now. A lot of famous people have been born there. Carol Burnett is an actress, singer, comedian. She was born there. Michelle Rodriguez from the Fast and the Furious, she was born there too. Carol Baskin from the TV show Tiger King, she was not born there. Building in front of us, Hyatt Regency Hotel. They're built in 1981. Before they built the hotel, they had to do shadow testing. Why would they do shadow testing, Bob? That's because they didn't want this building to cast a shadow over the island. After all that shadow testing was done, they realized that only 16 stories is the highest they could go. That's where it sits at now, 16-story high hotel. Yes, the Alamo is behind that building in front of us. We're gonna let this boat behind those pastors by. It might be in a rush to get somewhere. We're just gonna go in one big circle, so. Question I get asked all the time is, do people fall inside the river? Answer is yes, every single day. There's one day in the year where people fall inside the river the most. Any guesses what day that might be? Not New Year's Eve. Not Christmas. Not 4th of July. What is it? No, it is. I don't know if somebody said it or not. It is on St. Patrick's Day. Somebody told me that the only reason why they fall inside the river is because the leprechaun pushed them. I was like, man, I don't think so. On my right hand side above the street level, you guys are going to see Casino Club building. Only casino right here at the San Antonio Riverwalk. Opened the doors in the year 1927. Everybody got so happy as soon as they heard the word casino. I didn't notice some of you guys, as soon as you heard the word casino, you started like twitching. You just can't wait to go inside there and start gambling. Stop it right now. I tell you why. It's just a name. It's not a real casino. There's no gambling inside the building. In fact, the upper level of this building is an apartment complex. If you guys want to move to these apartments, you guys need to put your name on a waiting list. And you're going to be waiting anywhere from 5 to 7 years. People often ask, how much are apartments over here? Well, I heard. A one-bedroom apartment goes for about $800 per month. It's not too bad. It's still way out of my budget, but not too bad. I'm looking for something around $350, maybe $400 per month. Hey, I'm a boat captain, okay? Some of you guys notice already there's a lot of dining options on this area, lots of them. For example, let's see. Right here on my left hand side, this is a mix between Mexican and American food. Around here we call it Tex-Mex. Over here on my right hand side, we got Mexican food. Right over here, Chinese Mexican. On this other side, Italian Mexican. On that corner, that one is barbecue. Mexican. I see you guys already got the appointment now. Welcome to San Antonio. Mexican food everywhere. There's like 25 Mexican restaurants on this little area right here all along. How do I know that? I can't the better thing. And a little bit on the right hand side, that's the Clifford building. Back in the year 1941, architect of the Riverwalk, Mr. Robert Hoffman, decided to put his office on this tiny little building on the river level. Only reason why he did this is because he wanted to show other business owners that this area was going to be safe from flooding. Guess what? They were. Not too long after that, the first restaurant opened their doors here at the San Antonio Riverwalk in the year 1946. It's going to be Casa Rio on my right hand side. Can any of you guys take a wild guess and tell me what kind of restaurant this is? Why, you're good. Who would have guessed? Yes, this is Mexican restaurant. Remind me later on to give you a sticker, okay? Section we just kept it right now, and we continue going straight up that way. It is a natural river. It does have a natural river bed. Inside this river, there's a lot of fish, turtles, snakes, snails, crawfish, all kinds of animals inside this river. Water from this river comes about 4.5 miles away from here. It comes from the Edgewater Aquifer. The Edgewater Aquifer is a natural underground limestone lake. This lake is so huge, this lake is underneath of us. That's where the water from this river comes from. Then this river travels 240 miles south and ends up in the Gulf of Mexico. This is a real river, ladies and gentlemen. Do you see? If you guys would have brought your passports with you, we could have been on our way to Cancun right now. But you guys didn't. Now we're stuck over here doing circles all day. I checked the weather for Cancun right before we took off. 89 degrees over there right now. We could have been there in 2 hours. 2 hours. Building in front of us, one right next to it, Marriott Hotel. Before they built the hotel, there was another hotel in the same exact location. The name of the hotel is the Fairmont Hotel. That hotel was built in the year 1906, historical building. We cannot demolish historical buildings around here. You know what they did? They left the entire Fairmont Hotel, loaded up in Taco 36 dollies, and rolled it down the street 6 blocks away from it. Crazy part of the story is the Fairmont Hotel is still open. You can still book your rooms online. You can spend a night there. Same hotel, same building, same name, same everything. Only one thing they changed, the address. And hopefully, the bed sheets. That's like 130 old bed sheets right there. On my right hand side above the street level, you guys are going to see the second tallest observation tower in the United States. Towers of the Americas opened their doors in the year 1968. On top of that tower, they have an observation deck, a bar, and a restaurant that spins around every hour. Now, there's only that restaurant that spins around. But I was up there one time For happy hour from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And the bar starts spinning 2 hours. Even the restaurants were spinning. I was like, man, this place is cool. Alright guys, I gotta get serious for this because I'm about to talk to you guys about the most important stuff of all of them. Yes, I said that, and I explained to you guys why I said that. That status that was right in front of us, it's called stargazing. She was gifted to us 4 years ago by a Mexican artist named Pedro Reyes. She is made out of volcanic rock. And you guys see what she's holding in her hand? A star. As we're getting closer to her, if you guys look at the center of the star, there is a tiny little hole in the center of the star. So she's looking inside the tiny little hole. She's looking through the tiny little hole. What she's trying to see, what she's trying to figure out, it's when the Dallas Cowboys are gonna make it to the Super Bowl. That's why she looks all sad. She's like, hey, I don't see nothing here. Let's get at it. I can't believe you guys would say something mean like that. If you're Dallas Cowboys fans, don't you guys worry about it, guys. Next year, okay? Next year. And if it's not next year, it's gonna be the year after that one. Or the next one. Or who knows. People keep asking me about the trees around here. What the trees look like this? I tell you why. Believe it or not, here in San Antonio, we're in the middle of winter over here right now. Yeah, we are. That's why the trees look like that. March comes along, everything's gonna be looking nice and green back again. Our winter over here usually only lasts for about 5 days. This year we had a short winter. This year it only got cold for 3 days. You guys see those boats in front of us? Do you guys see the people inside those boats? You know what we call those people? Tourists. You know what I call you guys? Celebrities. Ah, you guys like that? Building on my left hand side, this is Henry V. Gonzalez Convention Center. It was built in the year 1968 for the World Hemisphere. Building coming up on the left hand side, this is Lila Capro Performing Art Theater. It was built in the year 1968 for the World Hemisphere. What I want to show you guys on this building right here is the artwork all the way at the top of the building. That thing up there is a mosaic. It's 130 feet long and 22 feet high. The way they created this mosaic, they went all over through Mexico. They collected over 400,000 stones. Each stone is about 1 inch each. They brought them over here and they placed them by hand, one by one, until they completed the entire mosaic. The name of this mosaic is called the Confluence of Civilization. It represents two different civilizations coming together to create the child of the future. Do you guys see the little baby in the center of the mosaic? That was me when I was a little kid. That's what my grandma told me. We're gonna make a U-turn over here in front of us. This is where this section of the river ends. If you guys continue walking up this way, past the waterfalls, up the stairs, make a left, you guys ended up at the Tower of Americas. We're just gonna make a U-turn over here. Actually, let me check the propeller really quick. I think we got something stuck in there. That's why this thing is not really moving. These boats are slow, but not this slow. So give me about I don't know, maybe like 20 seconds. I want to see what's in there. Just make sure we don't have little bumps over here eventually, okay?
U-turn.
We're gonna have a bump eventually, okay?
You're so smart.
Don't bite the thing. No,
She's like, because like we were talking about it, and then all of a sudden she started talking about weed.
Almost done, almost done. There's the bump.
di ba sa pinupun ka? River lang din ito na pampapaw or something.
Alright. We're back in the game. We're gonna make a U-turn over here behind this island over here. This is where this section of the river ends. If you guys continue walking up this way past the waterfalls, up the stairs, make a left, you guys ended up at the Tower of the Americas. We're just gonna make a U-turn over.
See? The red and blue thing is because of the Tower of America.
Have you guys seen the movie The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift? That's what we're doing right now. The difference between us and the movies that we're doing this about 100 times slow, okay? This U-turn is gonna take so long, we can probably sing like 3 entire Britney Spears songs by the time we're done with this U-turn. Oops, I did it again. That's the only part I know from that song. You guys see how narrow it is right in front of us? This is what I like to remind everybody to keep everything inside the boat railing. I tell you why. I don't have insurance, driver's license, or registration, okay? Well, welcome to San Antonio, everybody. These I only have health insurance. I couldn't afford it, it was too expensive. So I already talked to the kids, I already told the kids, hey, nobody gets sick this year, okay? We don't have no health insurance. Some of you guys been wondering, how come that this boat is so quiet? How come that you guys cannot hear the turbo diesel engine on this boat? Well, that's because I don't have one of those, okay? This thing is more like a Tesla. This thing is electric. We plug in these boats at night before we go home. We leave these boats charging all night long, just like yourself. These boats represent different things. There's a boat that has the boat eagle on the side of the panels. That boat represents the military that we've been having here in San Antonio for almost 300 years. If you are, or if you have served the military, I want to say thank you for your service. What was your way? Behind the walls in front of us, you guys will find River Center Mall. Second largest mall here in San Antonio, opened their doors in the year 1988. Over 1 million square foot of shopping. Inside the mall, you guys will find the Louis Vuitton store, the Gucci store, the Prada store, Balenciaga store, Michael Kors. As the other ladies look around with big smile on their faces right now. But you know what? I was just kidding. They don't have any of those stores inside there. Only store that I know they have inside there is the liquor store, okay? Now, if you guys are Lego fans, they do have the store Legoland. They have a Sea Life Aquarium. They've been having an IMAX movie theater that has been playing the same movie for many years. The name of the movie is The Alamo, The Price of Freedom. 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 These are mango trees.
Mangoes.
It's a red cypress tree.
Red.
Cypress tree, yeah.
Are they the ones with like the little round?
No, this doesn't have anything. Just
Okay.
just needles.
Then I'm gonna ask.
And they call it red cypress tree because on the right when the buds start dropping all the needles, they turn like a reddish color, so the whole tree kind of looks kind of like orangey red.
Okay, see this two right here with the little round, like a fuzz ball.
So those things are not even part of the tree. Those things are, it's like what do you call it?
Fungus.
What is it?
Fungus.
No, it's not a fungus. It's like a
Living
moth.
moth?
Yeah, and it just
That's like.
gets in there. It just starts growing. And those things don't even take anything away from the tree. They just land there and they just catch things from the air. That's what they eat, and that's how they just keep getting bigger.
Probably like Spanish moss. Spanish moss.
Probably.
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
If you guys didn't hire me to do this job because of my fun boat driving skills, answer is no. Only reason why they hired me to do this job is because of this reason right here, right now. I meet the height requirement to work here. You guys see that guy over there? Not that one, this one over here. The one that's holding the baby with the six-pack. That's St. Anthony de Padua. He was gifted to us in the year 1968 by the country of Portugal. St. Anthony in Spanish is San Antonio. That's who they named this city after. That's who they renamed this river after as well. That guy over there. On my right hand side above the street level beautiful tower that looks like a princess castle. That beautiful tower up there, it is the St. Joseph's Church. It was built back in the year 1868. German immigrants who settled this area, they wanted a place where they can worship God in their own native language. That's why they built the church. Still open to the public if you guys would like to check it out. Building in front of us behind the trees, that's the Hilton Palacio del Rio. It's a hotel that was built in the year 1968. What makes this hotel really cool is that they built this entire hotel in less than 7.5 months. 7 months and 12 days to be exact. How did they do that? Modular construction. So what happened was they built each hotel room about 8 miles away from here, and before they loaded each room in the back of a flatbed truck to bring the rooms to this location, they already fully furnished the rooms with the bed, the mattress, the blankets, the sheets, the pillows, the nightstand, the bubbles, the nightstand, the toilet paper, everything was already inside the rooms. By the time the rooms arrived to this location, the only thing they had to do, lift up the rooms, the crane, and stack them on top of each other. Sold 7 months and 12 days. On my right hand side above the street level, you guys gonna see a red structure. That's the Torch of Friendship. It was gifted to us in the year 2002 by the Mexican government. It represents the friendship between the United States and Mexico. Yeah, they used to be BFFs, okay? Things just got a little complicated. We're gonna make a stop over there before we make a left. Only reason we're making a stop is because I gotta make sure there's no other boats coming to crash with us. I'm not trying to cast a scene like the one from the Titanic. And then she said, Jack, I will never let go. And you know what she did? No, she didn't let go. She pushed. She pushed. You know what that tells you, right, boys? That you need to learn how to swim. Either that or just don't fall inside the water when you're with your girl. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. If you guys been wondering what the top speed on this boat looks like, you guys are looking at it right now. I'm not really not making this up, guys. We have been going full speed ever since we took off with it. This boat is the SS model. For super slow. Section of the right hand side, second boat tour location, same boat tour, different location. Section in front of us, it is called La Villita. La Villita in English means a little village. This is the oldest neighborhood here in San Antonio. It was established in the year 1722. What happened was Spanish soldiers that were stationed at the Alamo, they settled this area, and that's how the neighborhood started. If you guys go behind the walls at the top of the stairs, it's the house of the original homes that were here 304 years ago. A couple of shops upstairs, a couple of restaurants, some art galleries, all kinds of cool stuff. Section in front of us, that's the Arnerson River Theater, established in the year 1941, capacity for 800 people. They got concerts over here, all kinds of different events. If you guys look to the right hand side, that's the stage. Are you guys familiar with the movie Miss Congeniality with Sandra Bullock? If you guys remember the movie, there was a part in the movie where Miss Sandra Bullock was doing a bikini competition. She was in that very same exact stage. Wow. I actually have never seen the movie before. I'm not making that up. That did happen up at the States. I just don't know if there's ever going to be a day where I wake up and be like, you know what? Today seems like a great day to watch Miss Congeniality. I'll be honest with you. I think I'd rather mow the lawn of my house than to watch the movie. The statues in front of us of the bulls with the cowboy sitting on the back of the horse. It looks like a scene from the Wild Wild West. Building right behind it, that's the Frisco Western Art Museum. Opened the doors back in the year 2013. That same building has been here since the year 1930. Back in those years, it used to be the public library. You guys see this boat driver over here? You guys know how everybody has a hater? That's my number one hater over there, for no reason. For no reason. I don't know why he speaks. I don't know why. Please, for a reminder, everybody remain seated. The bridge in front of us is very, very low, and I need to make sure to align this boat to go right in the center of this opening so nobody hits their head. So a couple of weeks ago, I had the national basketball team. They came in the boat with me. Right before we were about to go underneath this bridge, I had to tell all those guys to lay down. Underneath this bridge is where most people get free haircuts. You guys see the black table in front of us? That's Father Masonette table, gifted to us in the year 1991 by a local artist. That table is sitting on top of an island. Name of that island, Marriage Island. Over 300 couples get married in this island per year. If you guys were to look at this island from above, the roots of the cypress tree make this island look like it's in the shape of a heart. I don't know what happened yesterday, but if you guys would have been here for Valentine's Day last year, there was a crazy long line of couples trying to get on top of this island, either to get married or to propose. I was at the end of the line. I told my girl, this line is too long. I was like, let's go sit at the bar instead. I didn't want to miss happy hour. But I don't know why she hasn't called me or texted me back ever since. She's been acting toxic. I'm confused. I'm not gonna lie though, I was actually kind of glad when she stopped talking to me because I didn't have to get her a Christmas gift. That saved me like $25 right there. How about this big beautiful building on my left hand side with the big beautiful flag all the way on the top of the building? That's Tower Life building. It was built back in the year 1929 by the Smith Young brothers. Cost them $3 million to build this tower. $3 million. Do you guys see the tiny little things sticking out of the top of the building? Those things are called gargoyles. When it rains, water comes out of the mountain. And Smith Young brothers were very, very superstitious. If you guys look at the lower portion of the building, just right above that tree line, you guys are going to see some ugly looking faces. Those things are called grotesque. The reason why they put these ugly looking faces there is because supposedly they were of evil spirits and bad business. But they did not work. That same year, they completed this tower in 1929. That's when the stock market crashed. That was the beginning of the Great Depression. 3 years later, Smith Young brothers had to sell this entire building for only $300,000. This entire building's been sitting empty for a very long time now. Sometime this year, they're gonna start building apartments inside there. If you guys are looking to move to the Riverwalk area, apartments will be available for rent. And if you guys leave your windows open, you guys are gonna get to hear me every single day. Building in front of us, that's the Valentine County Courthouse, oldest continuously operating courthouse in the state of Texas. It was built back in the year 1897. But if you guys give me a favor, everybody look over here, everybody look at this one. These are different angles to look at the tower we were just talking about. Some people said it looks like a giant boat. I can kind of see the just a little bit. Some other people said it looks just like a Titanic. Some of those people that said it looks like a Titanic, some of them even say if they stay quiet long enough right about this area, they say they can't even hear the horse of the Titanic. Now I know they have completely lost it. Only crazy people can hear them. The guys see the markings on these little walls over here? There's a floodgate that sits underneath of us right now. When we're having some heavy rain, it will be 2 floodgates that will close. This is one of them. These 2 floodgates are the ones that keep that area that we were on away from flooding. Section we just entered right now, this is the deepest part of the river. This is the flood channel, 24 feet deep. But don't you guys worry about it. I told you guys earlier we had life jackets in this boat. But I did forget to tell you, it's the, I only have 2. And one of them is mine. Back in 1921, we had a really bad flood here at the downtown area. Water rise 10 feet above the bridge in front of us, killed over 50 people, caused millions of dollars in damages. Then along came an architect with the name of Robert Hoffman. He is the one who designed the flood channel and the floodgate system. Everything was finally completed in the year 1941 at a cost of only $430,000. If you guys look at the bridge behind me, on top of the bridge, you guys are going to see some shiny looking things. Those things are locks. They call the bridge the Love Light Bridge. Oh, so beautiful. So what happens is couples get a lock. They put their initials on the back of the lock. Wait, what was your name? Then they put the lock on top of the bridge, and then they toss the key down the river. Supposedly when they do that, it lasts their love forever. But if you're not too sure about your situation, they also have combination locks. This is what I'm about to talk to you guys about right now. So you don't have to see from the river. Don't expect to see much of it from here. I'm still going to tell you where it's located, just in case you guys want to go check it out later on today. This is the San Fernando Cathedral. This is the oldest cathedral in the state of Texas. It was established in the year 1731, almost 300 years old. Cathedral is still open to the public if you guys want to check it out. Beautiful inside there. Like I said earlier, it's a little hard to see from over here, but if you guys look all the way across this main plaza, looking back towards this direction, people in the front can see it just right about now. That's the San Fernando Cathedral. Also, every day of the week, except for Mondays, at 9 p.m. they have this really cool show. It's a hologram laser show they do outside in front of the entire cathedral. Each show lasts about 25 minutes long. Best part, it's free. I promise you it's worth the while. 9 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday, free show. Street in front of us, that's our Red Cypress Street. That's the biggest and oldest street right here at the San Antonio Riverwalk. Some people say it's about 400 years old and 100 feet tall. Do you guys remember I told you we have 2 floodgates that keep this area away from flooding? That green structure in front of us, that's the second floodgate. Only 2 things that makes this floodgate different than the other one. One, it's this one comes up from the top to the bottom like a car garage door. And 2, it's this one is over here. And the other one is over there. Does anybody has any questions? No? Good, thank you. Let's move along, everybody. Let's move on.
St. Patrick's Day, do you turn the water green?
Yes, they do. They have a bumper right here for St. Patrick's Day. They have a boat that turns the water green. It's just cool. They have like a cool little party over here for St. Patrick's Day. And a little bit on the right hand side, that's the Squire Tavern, oldest bar here at the San Antonio Riverwalk. Opened their doors in the year 1933. In fact, they opened their doors as a fully stocked bar exactly 5 minutes right after Prohibition ended. 5 minutes before Prohibition ended, it used to be a barber shop. They said that back in the days, people would come here and get haircuts, sanitation. I believe those stories, I do. They had the longest wooden bar top in the state of Texas, over 100 feet long. That's where you guys can find bars every day. Just kidding, I'm not there every day. I'm only there 6 days a week. You're there, I'm at a different one. None of bars, if you guys are looking for a bar where they make some really good drinks right here on my right hand side, they make some really good drinks right over here. If you tell a bartender you know Bob, they give you 10% off. If you tell them you don't know Bob, I think it's 25% off. Alright guys, it looks like we are back to where we started. If you guys know what it means this is the end of this boat tour. Please everybody remain seated. I'll let you guys know when it's safe to stand up and exit the boat. All I want to say to you guys, thank you very much for coming on this boat tour. I really appreciate you guys allowing me to be your boat captain for today. Oh, last but not least, tips are accepted. That'd be quite appreciated. If you guys don't have cash with you, don't you guys worry about it. I got you. I say Venmo and cash out. Hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day here at the San Antonio River Walk. And the crowd goes wild. Please everybody give me a favor, look around yourself, make sure you guys have all of your belongings with you. If you guys do leave something behind, you guys can find it later on tonight on eBay. I'm gonna post it out first. Please remain seated on the park and tie this boat down. If you guys want to check out the one picture you guys got taken earlier today, those gentlemen right there on the left hand side, gonna have them ready for you if you want to check them out. Other than that, let me just tie the boat down here really quick.